Hello there. I am going to do I guess a moderate long-term review. Pretty new bike here. I picked up back in May. My first upgrade in probably 6 years. I generally keep my bikes for long periods of time. And so I spent a lot of time trying to decide what to upgrade from regarding my older, what is it, a Niner Rkt9. It's like a 2018 model. I built up the orange bike and was very happy with it. And finally, after looking at a number of cross-country options here, by the way, this is being recorded in the spring of 2025, I decided to go with Ari bikes and their Signal Peak cross-country model, and here it is. So I got it built up, started racing on it in May. I've had 3 races through my local series, and I am right now in Sisters, Oregon for the Stampede. It'll be a 21-mile cross-country race. It's happening in a few hours. Right now my wife's on the course, doing the short course, 14 miles. So here we are. So I just want to go through, I'll give the specs briefly. I noticed there aren't a lot of videos about Ari bikes. I followed a few channels that were doing some short reviews, and I know there's a race couple, Sid and Mackie have a popular channel where they got sponsored by Ari bikes. By the way, they used to be called Fazari. Many may know that, but a couple years ago they rebranded, shortened the name. I think it fits. A little simpler. It doesn't sound like it's some fancy Italian brand, but anyway. But the thing that caught my eye with this and why I went with Ari, a couple of reasons. Number one, what I was comparing it to was, for instance, the Santa Cruz Blur, the Cervelo, similar cross-country bike that they came out with, and also Orbea. That was probably my short list. And I kept coming back to Ari because they're an American company based out of Salt Lake City, or near Salt Lake City, Utah. I'm in the western US. And this 3.0 frame, so let's talk about that briefly. So the old frame design was fine. It just had I don't want to call it weird. It was a little bit of a strange linkage system. It just had an extra support bar. It just didn't look very clean, so I never thought it was the most attractive frame, if that matters. And I saw the 3.0 here, and I thought, wow, they really streamlined this. So it's got the flex stays system, just the single pivot design. Unlike the Rkt9, which has more of the horse link, and the system that Niner uses, it's a very nice ride. I've been riding Niner bikes for over a decade. I still have a Jet 9 and I have my Rkt9 as well. Very comfortable suspension, but with weight and just efficiency, I wanted to try these newer and supposedly faster, more efficient linkage designs. So there it is. So yeah, the 3.0. So they dropped a bit of weight off this frame as well. This bike, by the way, as you see it right here, without my computer on, weighs about 25 pounds. That was a little heavier than I wanted. I haven't had a dropper post. I'll talk about that in a minute. So I've got the Fox transfer on there. And that's been a learning experience because I have literally never ridden a bike. In 2025, here it is. I've been mountain biking since the early 90s and I never had a dropper post. So let's see, what else can I say about this? I'll move on. So it's got the RockShox. So I have been running Fox suspension for years, and this is the first time back in RockShox land with the Sid Ultimate setup. So it's got the triple twist lock for the suspension. I'm also getting used to that because I'm not used to having lockouts. I tend to just leave the suspension open and not worry about it. I'm probably really only finding it necessary on a sprint. Let's see. And by the way, this is the team build, I think, from Ari. It's the second to the highest. It doesn't have the flight attendant that RockShox has. The brain used to be the old brain, but they've updated it to something. I've heard amazing reviews, but I didn't want to pay the extra premium for that. This was already, I was going to do a build up and decided to just go with the team build. I actually did not want electronic shifting, but I ended up doing the XXSL drivetrain with the transmission and cableless system. And I would say, oh, I'll talk about that. It's took some adjustments. I put the rocker switch up here from the push button, and I probably have messed more with adjusting where that is than I've done any other adjustment on the bike. It's easy to adjust. You've got rotation and out and in there. And I put it on last week, and I raced last Wednesday, and I'm finally getting it to where it's intuitive. I kept shifting the wrong way, which isn't good. You shift up when you want to go down, and it's just getting used to it. I actually 2 weeks ago raced, or no, it was 3 weeks ago, I raced this for the first time, and I'd literally not even ridden it other than the driveway. And I had trouble clipping in, and I was forgot how to shift until I got about 2 miles into the race. Let's see, what else on this? Oh, the Zip wheels. So these are carbon Zip. It's the 1.0 high top S carbon, so it has their branded hubs. Pretty fine. I mean, they had good reviews. They're light. I'm not super happy with the engagement. It's a little noisy in terms of I hear a little, click. Not the coasting clicking, but the when I go to pedal, I hear a little more of a clunk than I did on my Rkt9. I'm running some Stan CB7 with their wheels, Neo wheel hubs, that is. Let's see, what else? But it's working. It's working great. As far as the trail feel, the wheels are great. I have no complaints there. I would say it's even a little more precise and compliant where you need it. Let's see, I'm trying to think of anything else. Oh, I got the Quarks. I think it's the Quarks. Is that how you say it? The SRAM power meter here. That actually was an unexpected upgrade that Ari gave me. And so this is the first time I've had real-time power data when I'm not on my trainer at home. And it's didn't know what to do with the information, but I'm finding that my Garmin power reading, I just put it on the power reading, in fact, during races, and I can kind of manage my output. I don't wear a heart rate monitor. I find that very distracting races as well. So what else can I say about it? Oh, it's got the level brakes, still uses the dot fluid. SRAM recently came out with their cable transmission system. What is it called? I don't remember. It's like the 90 and the 70. And I was gonna do their new mineral oil, what is the name of it? I can't remember the name of the brakes that they just came out with that are more of a trail cross-country brake. But anyway, this is more of a purely cross-country build, and I am very happy with it. So as far as, one change I made, I did put the little bit of a review on the Schwalbe Rick XC tires that came out recently. They're XC specific. That was supposed to combine more of the grip of their Ray and Ralph and the Thunderbird, which I've been running a rear Thunderbird for a couple of years and love it. Rolls easy. I love it. It rolls great and it's fast, but it isn't the most grippy. So these front and rear, same 2.4s. And I'm not really sure why, but I've found that I can run really low pressures compared to my old bike for some reason. I had 2.4s on, I think they're 27 internal width Stan's wheels. I could run pressure at like, I'm about 152 pounds and I was running 15 PSI in the front, 18 in the rear. And there's a couple of times with rocks that I almost bottomed out. On this bike, I ran pressure down probably a pound. I keep dropping it each week a little bit, and I'm down to where it was like, I'm probably still running 14 and a half, 15 in the front, and in the rear, more like 17 and a half. So let's see, what else? Oh, lastly, just on the dropper post, the jury's still out. I actually, the way I ride, I have not really needed it. I'm not used to it. I went to drop a technical descent on a trail I'm very familiar with at last week's race. And I was like, I dropped it and it really threw me for a loop because I use the seat as kind of a reference point and I'm so used to having my body up high and laying flat. I'll get used to it. I need to go somewhere where I have a little more technical stuff going on. Today I probably won't ever need to use the dropper post because of this course at Sisters is not very technical, I hear. Anyway, I think that's all I wanted to say for now, but I'll add some additions to this video. I appreciate you watching, and I think you should check out Ari. They have a great line of bikes. Thanks for watching.